She left a used pad on my trash can. Now she's banned for life. My sister-in-law and her husband have never exactly been my favorite people. Recently, after losing their home, they started couch surfing and emotionally manipulated my husband into letting them stay at our house. I agreed, but only on the condition that they keep things clean. They have a history of being messy, but only ever in our house, like it's their personal dumping ground. Not even exaggerating. If they aim for the trash, they'll throw stuff in its general direction and call it good. Crumbs, wrappers, leftover food, you name it. When I brought up their past behavior, she huffed and rolled her eyes, sarcastically muttering, "As you wish, Your Highness." I should have known then. The first 5 days went surprisingly smooth. Then this morning happened. I walked into the kitchen and found a bloody sanitary pad on top of the trash can. Not in it, not wrapped, just sitting there like a biohazard exhibit. That wasn't all. Her daughter, who was sharing my daughter's room, had left a used tampon by the sink and spilled shampoo and conditioner all over the bathroom like she was making potions in there. And her husband, who leaves early for work, had once again turned the kitchen into a war zone before sunrise. I have a curious toddler. I don't need to explain why this was beyond disgusting and dangerous. I knocked on the guest room door, saw her face, and told her to pack her crap and get out. She blinked, playing innocent, and said, "It's just some blood. Throw it out if it bothers you that much." "Oh no, ma'am." I started packing their things for them. She refused to leave, saying she'd wait for her brother, my husband, because she didn't take orders from me. I reminded her the house belonged to me just as much as him, and she had zero say here. She stormed off to my in-laws, only for them to turn her away too, due to my father-in-law's health. So what happened? She showed up in my driveway 20 minutes later, her whole family in tow, arguing and yelling, demanding to be let back in. I refused, and I told my husband not to open the door either. When he came inside, I told him point blank, if he wanted them here, he could clean up their mess. He did, but afterwards, he asked, "Why'd you make me do that?" I just looked at him. "If you found that disgusting, imagine how I felt cleaning up after them all this time. And I'm not even related to them." He went quiet, promised to bleach everything and buy a new trash can. The next day, we went to talk to his parents and nip this in the bud. Predictably, the guilt trip began. My in-laws said they'd take them in, but my Phil's diabetes made it impossible. I told them to ask their daughter to actually parent her kids so they wouldn't be running around like feral animals. Apparently, that didn't go over too well. My sister-in-law launched into some delusional tirade, claiming I've always been jealous of her and that I was driving a wedge between her and her brother. I told her the only person I'm jealous of is whoever gets to live far, far away from her. She then asked my husband if he was okay with me controlling his family. She told him to lay down the law and let them stay as long as needed. My husband, bless him, finally stood up. He said it was our home, that decisions required 2 yeses and 1 no meant no. He reminded them I contributed to the house too, even if I'm currently a stay-at-home mom. When I said we were only there to get money back for the trash can we had to toss thanks to their little biohazard incident, she laughed in my face. So I told her, fine. I didn't pack all their stuff when I kicked them out. I still had her daughter's Switch, her husband's tablet, some jewelry, and a few other things. They'd be sold to recover our costs. She exploded, screaming about what she'd do if I dared sell anything. Since then, they've been blowing up my husband's phone, begging to be let back in just for a few months. They tried guilt-tripping me too, saying their daughter might have to transfer schools. Too bad. I told my husband, no matter what they say, they are never coming back into this house.